In this video, I'm going to be doing the first part of my 300 kilometers in 3 days cycling journey, starting from Toronto, going all the way to Scarborough, but there is a twist. I'm not allowed to use any maps, I'm not allowed to use any Googling, and I have to use everything that I brought with me. There are some amazing sights to see along the way, and some moments that made me really want to pull my hair out, but it was tons of fun. Enjoy. Alright, today is the day. And it's time to start packing things up. I went to a spin class yesterday and I'm really tired. I didn't do that on purpose. I did that because I couldn't cancel it. So I'm starting out this trip already having cycled pretty hard. So we'll see how it goes. I need to wake up a little bit, put this stuff out, and we'll get the trip going. While the music fades away, I wanted to take this opportunity to give you guys some background on all the things that we'll be passing. So the first thing we're passing is the TTC Davisville train depot, which is the first subway depot in Canada. And we're going to be passing these horses shortly, which are some iron horses that were installed in 2019. These horses were actually removed for a while, but they are now a recreation of the 1994 installation by Robert Sprachman, which is to celebrate the Beltline Rail's heritage. So for some background on the Beltline Trail, the Midtown section of the Beltline Trail is called K. Gardner Beltline Trail, honoring the councillor who wanted to convert the rail corridor into a trail. And yes, there was a rail running on this for 2 whole years, from 1892 to 1894.
I think this is nice. Here a little bit of different scenery.
Mount Pleasant Cemetery opened in 1876 and it was designed as a picturesque garden cemetery, and now it's an arboretum that has hundreds of tree species and is one of Toronto's most significant historic landscapes. Many notable Canadians are buried here, and the Beltline goes around the outside and then to Moore Park Ravine, which we will be passing very shortly. The Moore Park Ravine component of the Beltline Trail is probably one of the best green pathways in the city of Toronto, and I would highly recommend going down it. I love cycling down here. It's beautiful, it's a ton of fun, and you get to pass a lot of great sights, and as you can see in the video, lots of people enjoy walking here too. And next up, we're going to be passing the Evergreen Brickworks, which began in the 1880s and 1890s as the Don Valley Brickworks, which supplied bricks for much of Old Toronto, but they wound up their operations in the late 20th century. In 2010, it was reopened as the Evergreen Brickworks with wetlands, and there are turtles there if you ever come by and visit. It's pretty cool. And much of Old Toronto, if you look at homes that were built for years and years and years in what's now downtown Toronto, any of those older homes will likely have been completely made out of bricks. And now we're passing Bayview Avenue, which is a great bike trail going right alongside of it. I absolutely love coming down here. It's a super nice bicycle pathway. It's quite long too, it's well paved. Lots of cyclists, I think, enjoy riding down here. At least I see a lot of them, so I imagine they enjoy it. And yeah, definitely worth visiting and going for a bike ride. It's a really nice ride. Next up ahead, you're going to see the Prince Edward Viaduct, which opened in 1918, which was engineered with a lower deck. A lot of foresight that ended up carrying what is now the Bloor-Danforth Line 2 subway line, which opened in 1966. So that goes to show that the architect had a lot of transit foresight. And next we're going to be passing Rosedale Valley Rd, which connects the Don Valley Parkway with Yorkville in Toronto, and that's you can get to Yonge and Bloor Street from there, as well as the east end of Toronto using said Prince Edward Viaduct. Next, we're going to be passing the Riverdale Park Viaduct, which is just a pedestrian bridge that links Riverdale Park east and west. And this is one of the key links to the Lower Don Trail, which the city has been upgrading in phases since 2013, which is definitely a trail that I want to go check out because I don't think I've ever been on it yet. And now we're just passing some infamous or famous Toronto streets: Dundas, Adelaide soon, Queen Street. So the Queen Street Viaduct was built in 1911, carries the Queen Street over the Don River, and in 1996, the Riverside Business Improvement Area commissioned a neon text that says, "The river I step in is not the river I stand in." And we're passing something called Lawren Harris Square, which was named after Lawren Harris of the Group of Seven, who are a group of famous painters in the province of Ontario and throughout Canada, I believe. They did lots of really nice paintings up in Canada's north, so if you're ever going camping, you will probably be visiting some of the same sites that they visited and did paintings of. And now we are getting closer to the lake. Just doing a couple of turns here off of Queen Street into very far South Riverdale. And this is the part of the video where I start to frequently get lost. I got lost many times on this bike ride. It was a ton of fun, but sometimes doing this without a map was a bit more challenging than I thought it would be. So after finding my way through the construction on Lakeshore, I managed to finally make it onto the Martin Goodman Trail, which is Toronto's numero uno waterfront multi-use pathway. And I'll talk a little bit more about it as we approach Leslie Street, which has a nice park that we're going to be stopping over. And just past the park is Tommy Thompson Park, who, fun fact, is another member of the Group of Seven. So it seems that Toronto really enjoys naming things after the Group of Seven. And here's this Canada Post Distribution Center, which I thought was just kind of like a fun little thing. Don't usually see that in your day-to-day. And now we are at Leslie Lookout Park, which opened in 2023. And as you'll see in the video, it's kind of in an industrial land at the moment.
kind of wild that there's a beach here. That doesn't, I don't think that's pretty, I don't think anyone's using that. I wonder why no one's using the beach. Damn, bro. Alright, y'all. I had this idea and I thought this would be cool. You can't really see the bike. I was like, oh look, there's downtown Toronto. We're starting from a really cool spot. But you can't see it because it's so foggy and smoggy here. Somewhere around here is my like official starting point. Took me about 45 minutes to get here. There's the bike. There's Toronto. Wow. So cool. And with that, our journey continues. As mentioned before, we are now firmly on the Martin Goodman Trail. The Martin Goodman Trail is a 56-kilometer multi-use pathway, approximately, from Humber Bay Arch Bridge to the Rogue, part of the 730-kilometer waterfront trail around Lake Ontario. And we just passed Ashbridges Bay, which was once a vast 5-kilometer square marsh in the Don River Delta and among Canada's largest wetlands. It's now a much smaller bay, reshaped by the Ashbridges Bay Reclamation Scheme, a massive fill project that created the portlands and altered the Don River's course. It's named after Sarah Ashbridge, a United Empire Loyalist whose family farm gave its name to the area. And we just passed Woodbine Beach, which is the largest beach in Toronto. It opened in the 1950s after Lakeshore Boulevard extended to Woodbine Avenue. Before that, it was a wooded area known as The Cut. Next up is Kew-Balmy Beach. These adjacent beaches first opened in the 1930s when amusement parks, boardwalks, and social clubs dotted the shoreline. Today, Kew-Balmy Beach has a lawn bowling club, historic Kew Gardens bandstand, built over a lost riverbed and hosting summer concerts, and part of the annual jazz festival. Alright, so I finally got out of the city into like a suburban area. So I've gone about 17 kilometers. I think it's like 80 to get to Port Hope. I have no idea how to get there. It's almost 12, so I think like just after 12, I'm going to try to stop over somewhere, have some food, just chill out a bit, you know, get some nice scenic shots or something, and then continue on from there. I'll throw up a map of where I am right now, and then you can see as I progress. And yeah, and then I'll stop over for some battery charging and stuff soon. Let's go! So I'm quickly approaching the halfway point of the ride. And this part of the ride gets a lot more interesting, in my opinion, because I have never been this far east in Toronto. This is the R.C. Harris Water Treatment Plant. It was built between 1932 and 1941 and has been operational since November 1st, 1941. It's an Art Deco style, and it's a National Historic Civil Engineering site and Ontario Heritage designated, providing around 30% of Toronto's drinking water. The same site was previously home to Victoria Park, a Victorian-era amusement park between 1878 and 1906, which was accessible by steamship and later by streetcar. The facility is also a beloved architecture landmark used in films and literature, and even featured on a Canada Post stamp.
The Waterfront Trail. Alright, I'm not going the wrong way. Really don't make it easy to find. There's a couple of moments here where I'm just navigating by trying to keep an eye out for the signs, the Waterfront Trail signs, which are, as a cyclist and as someone who has done a good portion of it now, somewhat sparsely signed. So if anyone manages this Waterfront Trail thing, add a couple more signs just so I don't get lost next time. So now we are approaching Kingston Rd, which is one of Toronto's oldest roads. It began as the Scarborough Front Road, laid out in 1799, then became Kingston Rd by 1817, once the primary highway east of Toronto. Presumably it was called Kingston Rd because it connected Toronto and Kingston. At one point, it did host some streetcars, an extended service to West Hill, replaced by buses in the mid-20th century. Kingston Rd supported suburbanization of Scarborough, with inns and motels lining it well before the 401 highway existed. And not too far down the road, we are now next to the Scarborough Pumping Station, which was originally built in 1910 as part of Toronto's water storage infrastructure. It's undergoing some renovations at the moment and upgrades to underground reservoirs and new above-ground storage tanks, which will be 20 meters in diameter approximately and 11 meters high, to make sure there is service in Scarborough and Markham. Station supports approximately 25 megaliters of temporary storage. Now, this part of the trail with Chine Drive was interesting, to say the least. I'm not going to give too many spoilers, but let's just say this extremely steep hill did not put me in the best of moods going into the rest of this little segment here. I'm honestly walking this like this is a game of stamina, not speed. Wait a second. So as I just pointed out, there's a little school tucked away at the end of this street, Chine Drive, and it's called Chine Drive Public School, and it's kind of overlooking some hills and bluffs, and it honestly seems, like I say in the video here in a second. What a cool place to go to school. Yep, pretty cool place. Alright, I think we're in the suburbs officially. Ask me how I can tell. And to the right, there is a high school there, but I'll chat about it a little bit more later on. Now we're just turning right down this road. And I think right around here I missed the Waterfront Trail sign. I should have turned left. Instead, I just kept going straight. And it leads to some interesting moments. What the hell is the point of that? Oh, a map. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say I didn't specify if I can use those maps. But what the f? Where's the trail? I love going down a hill, but I want to go somewhere. I think I need to have a microphone so that I can listen to myself later, because this feels crazy. There's no way this is going the direction I need it to go. This might be cool, but I refuse to believe that this will take me to where I'm supposed to go, and I'm probably just gonna have to go back. Oh man. I mean, okay, sick view. Damn, that's so cool. Where's the bridge? Alright, look at this really cool view. The lake's down there. This like awesome ravine. I don't think this trail is taking me where I need it to go, but what a view. Gorgeous. I guess update for the phone, since we're in a quiet zone. We've gone 26 kilometers. It's been 2 hours since I started. And yeah, let's keep her going. There's boats. All right, fine. If there are boats, there must be people. Let's go. Oh no, you're not gonna make me go down that hill. Oh, you. What? Are you me right now? All right, so this is like the horizon, right? Bruh, what is this? You know how things aren't as steep on camera as they are in real life? I don't even think you can see like where it's supposed to exit down there. Barely. Oh my god. What is this? This is the beginning of the end of my waterfront trail journey. I did not come prepared for this. This is actually crazy. Like I cannot describe to you how crazy steep this is. There's absolutely no shot I can like ride my bike. Hold on, maybe we can use the plants a bit. Sorry, bees. Holy. This is stupid. There's 100% a better way to go than this. Should have just kept going on that suburban road. I could probably ride my bike, but I don't want to kill anyone.
Some really quick fun facts while I'm suffering down this hill. The Scarborough Bluffs are a 15-kilometer escarpment rising up to 90 meters above Lake Ontario, formed at the end of the last ice age. The area has seen rampant erosion of up to 1 meter per year, prompting conservation and remediation.
I didn't think I would be mountain biking today. I think I'm just on like a footpath. Oh man. I see boats, but I can't see like a road or anything. This is literally where I just was. This is just bullying at this point. Alright, I'll be back. Don't say I didn't warn you that I would be getting lost. I got lost real good. I think about 3 kilometers later, I am finally back to the Chine Drive School, which you got to see the grounds of now. Back onto the highway, just to show you something. Holy Alright, I did not notice this last time. That's crazy. There's like a school here. Damn. Old Toronto stuff, eh? So, some background on the school. It's called St. John Henry Newman Catholic High School. Sits dramatically perched atop the Scarborough Bluffs, facing Lake Ontario. It shares space with St. Augustine's Seminary and borders the equally imposing Redemptoris Master Missionary Seminary. So there's 2 seminaries and a school on the land. It was founded in 1973 as a co-ed school staffed entirely by normal lay teachers. Newman broke the mold in Catholic education, introducing inclusion, tech programs, peer counseling, etc. Waterfront Trail, thank God it's back. Stood out so much that even into the late 80s, it was the only Catholic high school without uniforms. Now entering a modern chapter with a brand new build expected in 2027. My DJI is dead, but we're gonna keep going. I am at 32 minus like 5 kilometers, so I'm only at like 27. This no map thing's a bit harder than I thought. I was expecting the signs to be a lot better though, and they're not, which sucks. Anyway, I'm gonna have a quick snack and then keep going. All right, I'm very proud of myself. I was loop-de-looping through some neighborhood, and I ended up actually finding the right trail. There's a super cool downhill, which I'm sorry that you missed, but yeah, we're getting there. A couple more Ks. I'm starting to worry that I may have forgot my sunscreen, and as a white boy, I might have to break my no money rule as a pale person, because I can't just let myself get burned for no good reason for a challenge. That's stupid. Anyway, onwards. I don't want to miss the next sign. I feel the need to record this because this is the first like straight road in a while, and it was really nice. The trail has sent me back northward, so that is where we are continuing. We're on Route 79 now. And we were on Route 4 before. Let's see where this goes. Alright, we're in this like super industrial area now, where the road is abused by trucks, and there's train tracks over there, and I don't know what else. But yeah, we're just going east, and we'll probably hear a GO train at some point. I think these are probably those train tracks. I don't know though. Anyway, let's see what this is for the vibes. Oh, there's a park. Oh shit, that's perfect. Maybe I'll stop there for lunch. Alright, I found these benches. This is literally perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. I can chill out a bit. Alright, I was just about to start recording and my egg fell on the ground. Like, these benches have tons and tons of cobwebs. No one ever sits here. So far, this has been interesting. I've never been to this side of Toronto before, like, not through the neighborhoods or anything. So being able to see everything has been pretty nice. I wonder if, like, eggs don't keep that well for a long time because they're dairy, right? I guess I'll just, like, front load my eggs. This is fun. I always wanted to try something like this. So far, I'm enjoying it. I am really stressed about the sunscreen because, like, I look through my bag and unless I miss something, like, it would have It would have been somewhere closer to the top of my bags, but I don't think it is, which is a problem. But yeah, this is fun. Alright, here's the second meal. I brought some peanut butter, and I got my peanut butter banana sandwiches, an Oliver special. I've realized I probably need to start eating less peanut butter, because I was like, oh, peanut butter is one of the like healthiest things that you can eat, or like protein or whatever. But I think I probably eat too much. There's a lot of fat in peanut butter too, so it's like a very heavy food. My watch says it'll take me 24 hours to recover. Haha. Silly goose. I'm gonna be riding for 3 days straight. Okay, I remember, so there are some washrooms over there, which is perfect because I have 2 water bottles and I want to fill them both up, and I don't have to ration my water, which is great. Alright, I'm very confused about this. Do I just like open it and like take a bite out of it? Like, is it just a brick of dates? I mean, I guess it's dates. It's kind of in a brick. I probably won't buy this again. Look at these gardens. Look how nice they are. Look at the pretty plants. This is a great park. Alright, it's 2:15. I had to pause for a little bit of work stuff and use the bathroom, filled up all my water bottles, so hopefully I can get there in another 2 to 3 hours, so let's go. Well, my bike fell over, but I don't think anything broke. Ah, smooth pavement. My ass kinda hurts. On a bike trip. Gonna try to sleep in this hammock. Thanks for checking out the video. You can go and click on the next one on the screen right now, or check out some of my other content. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you so very much. I'll see you in the next one.